On a snowy December evening, a young boy whispered softly, $5, please. His next words melted the CEO's heart. Snowflakes danced gently under the warm glow of Fifth Avenue's street lamps, painting Seattle in a serene winter light. Henry Brooks, a 60-year-old retired tech mogul, wrapped his soft gray coat tighter as he rested on a stone bench outside a cozy coffee shop, savoring the final sips of his warm drink. After 3 decades of building his empire, he cherished these quiet pauses amidst life's rush. The city bustled around him, yet the snow brought a gentle calm, softening steps and warming smiles. As if nature reminded everyone to slow down and connect, that's when he noticed a small boy, perhaps 10 or 11, approaching with a wooden shine box that seemed heavy for his slight frame. His brown coat, though clean, bore careful patches at the elbows. Nearby, a girl in a blue coat sat quietly against a lamppost, her eyes watching over him protectively. "Excuse me, sir," the boy said gently, his breath clouding in the chilly air. "Would you like a shoe shine? Just $5. Henry glanced at his polished leather shoes, already gleaming from his morning service, but the boy's polite tone, laced with quiet urgency, tugged at his heart. $5, Henry asked warmly. "That's a fair price." The boy's face lit up with hope. "Yes, sir. I promise a great shine. My grandpa taught me well." His voice wavered briefly, but he knelt swiftly, opening his box with practiced care. Henry watched. The boy's cold reddened hands arranged brushes and cloths with a craftsman's precision. "What's your name, young man?" Henry asked kindly. "I'm Noah, sir," the boy replied, nodding toward the girl. "That's my sister Clara over there. We're earning money for dinner tonight." The words struck Henry like a tender blow. A child, no older than his own grandson, working in the snow for a meal. He thought of his warm penthouse, where food was never a worry, unlike this boy's world of struggle. "Where do you and Clara live, Noah?" Henry asked softly, keeping his tone light as Noah polished his already flawless shoes. Noah's hands moved steadily, applying polish with care. "At the shelter on 9th Street, sir. Been there 2 months since our mom got sick and couldn't work." Henry felt a pang in his chest. These children were carrying burdens no child should bear, yet they faced them with quiet strength. "Your grandpa taught you well," Henry said, watching Noah's meticulous work. "This is some of the finest shoe shining I've seen." Noah's eyes sparkled with pride. He said, "A job worth doing deserves your best, even if it's just shining shoes. Make them shine like mirrors." He added softly, "Grandpa said honest work carries its own honor." The wisdom touched Henry deeply, a child grasping what many adults never learn. Dignity lies in effort, not status. "Noah," Henry said thoughtfully, "what if I told you I might have more work for someone with your skill and heart?" Noah's hands paused, his eyes wide. "Sir, I run a company downtown," Henry continued gently. "We need people who know the value of doing things right, people who care for their families, like you do for Clara." Clara had risen, stepping closer, sensing the moment's weight. "I don't understand, sir," Noah said quietly. Henry smiled, recalling his own grandfather's lessons in a small Ohio shop. "I'm talking about a job for your mom when she's better, and ensuring you and Clara have what you need while she recovers." Noah's eyes brimmed with tears, but he held them back. "We don't take charity, sir. Grandpa taught us that too." "This isn't charity," Henry said, pulling out his business card instead of cash. "This is recognizing talent. You just gave me the best shoe shine I've had in years, with more grace than most bring to their work." He placed the card in Noah's palm. "Tomorrow, bring your mom to my office. We'll find her a role that fits, and ensure you and Clara can go to school instead of working in the snow." Noah stared at the card, then met Henry's gaze with hope and disbelief. "Why would you help us, sir? You don't know us." Henry stood, his shoes gleaming under the streetlights. He thought of his grandfather's words, "The measure of a man is what he gives when no one's watching." "Years ago, I was a dreamer with empty pockets," Henry said, resting a hand on Noah's shoulder. "Someone gave me a chance, and you, Noah, reminded me that the greatest work happens in moments like this, when we choose to see each other as family." He pressed a $20 bill into Noah's hand. for two of the finest shoe shines in Seattle. As Henry walked into the snowy night, he heard Clara ask, "What happened, Noah?" Noah's voice carried softly, "I think we met an angel." Clara, Henry's heart swelled, fuller than it had been in years. The most meaningful deals aren't made in boardrooms, but on snowy sidewalks, with children who know that true wealth lies in dignity, hope, and seeing the light in others. The snow fell softly, wrapping the city in a blanket of new possibilities.